Alright, guys. Final Fight 2. Now, this came out on the Super Nintendo. I do not believe that there was a arcade release of this. I think this was just a direct to Super Nintendo sequel. This game is totally awesome, if you ask me. But that was my opinion last time I played it. I really like this game. I never owned it, but I rented it. Well, I didn't own it originally. I own it now, but I rented it back in the day and probably kept it a few days. I liked it a lot. Anyway, I'm gonna hit start. It's time to go and start. Oh, one player start. Let's see who we got here now. Oh yeah, we got Hager's back, and then we got Maki, and then we got Carlos. Now, shoot, I like blue, so I'm gonna go with Carlos here. And yeah, here it is, Final Fight 2 on the Super Nintendo. Let's see if it holds up to Final Fight's awesomeness, because I just played that and it was great. Hey, this is fun. Sprites are big. Got that very awesome Super Nintendo 16-bit look. Nice, nice. Wow, this Carlos dude kicks ass. Man, it's very fluid. So what do I know about this game? I didn't look at a date on this. I know it was probably 92, 93, nah, I don't know, 93, 94 even when this came out. I remember it being a big deal that, you know, hey look, Chun-Li, check it out, right there, right there. And there's Zangief. I'm fighting Zangief. Okay, this is obviously after Street Fighter 2 hit big. Street Fighter 2 was one of those landmark games where after it hit, everybody had to have a little bit of Street Fighter 2 in their game because that's what was popular. As we go along and all these things, you're going to see so much of this, and I'll point it out, but you know, this was made by Capcom, this was made by the Street Fighter makers, so that's cool they put Chun-Li back there. And that guy totally looked like Zangief, so awesome. We'll do a total Street Fighter retrospective at some point. I have way too many of those games, and we're going to go through all of them, and we're going to check out the differences. And that might get a little boring, so let's find out. But gosh, I've probably got 10 Street Fighter games, so we'll see. We'll see how far we can go. It'll be interesting to play Fighting Street. I know I've got that, and which is Street Fighter 1, and that game isn't very fun, so we'll check that out. But anyway, yeah, this is fun. This feels like Final Fight. This is still, so far, it's better than any Streets of Rage game, actually, because it's just more responsive. It's a lot more fast paced. It's a lot of fun. The characters are big. I'm not seeing like any of the old characters here. I'm just seeing, you know, new guys like Zangief Jr. there, Atlas. Special moves, I've got that. Jump kick's good. Alright. Oh, come on. Just die already, man. Alright. Do I get to kick the door down? Yeah! Punch it out. I can punch outdoors. Alright. Got some dudes here. Mike. Spelled like the microphone. Mike. Who's his friend? What's your name? Shot? Mark? Mark. What a normal name for a punk. Hey, Mark. It's a lot of fun. I wish I could use the sword in my back more. That looks really cool. Wish I could pull it out and get nuts with it. But, yeah, so far, Final Fight 2, nothing wrong with it. We're gonna go down. What's going on here? Who's this guy? Elias. Sword him. Come on. That just drives me crazy when guys like they can disappear off the side of the screen and you can't go over there. That always kind of took me out of it, you know, because If you really wanted to get that guy in real life, you could just, there's no edges on the screen in real life. And you're not like, come on over here, buddy. You just wait until you come past this black screen. Anyway. Oh, didn't hear. There's Zangief again. Looking real Zangief. Joni. Joni Jabroni. Now, while this is good, since it's Super Nintendo and not arcade, as we were playing Final Fight 1, you can tell there's way less characters on screen, which means it's a little slower paced. I liked in Final Fight having like 6 dudes on the screen at all time. It really made for a fast-paced game that just kept on moving. You were never bored because I mean, like, look at these backgrounds. It's just an old warehouse. There's a few little details on the walls and stuff like that, but not much to look at. Not feeling too excited. Oh, am I going up the stairs? So far, this game, it's good. I remember when it came out, it's definitely a playthrough, at least. It's a lot of fun, but at the same time, not as many characters on screen. Doesn't really touch the Final Fight arcade game. I don't know. I think this one was 2-player. Yeah, this one is 2-player. You can do 2 players on this one. I don't see me dying anytime soon to be able to change characters. This is actually pretty easy, and once again, I guess I'm playing it on normal. When I'm doing this series here, I'm probably not going to just put something on easy or anything. I'm just going to play it how it's intended to be played, which usually, if you ask me, the way they want it to be played when you push start out of the box is the way the developers intended you to play it. If it's too hard, you can go in and change it to easy, but give it a shot on just old regular once in a while and see how you do. But I'm doing pretty good. Oh, that guy's big. All right, he's cool. Wonton. Well, so far Won here is easy to throw, but I don't appear to be hurting him. He's got one of those big green bars that I'm gonna have to wear. Oh, change color. Take that, Won. Carlos here's he's a butt kicker. I like him. I wonder where Cody went. I wonder where Guy went. I've always wondered stuff like that. It's like, just why you gotta give us new characters? Like, give us Guy and Cody and Hagar, and if you want to put a new guy in there, put a new guy in there. I'd love to be playing as Guy right now. Guy was awesome, but instead we got Carlos. And see, this is a Super Nintendo game, and they were able to put 3 characters in it and make it 2-player. So, obviously the technology was available to them, and when they made Final Fight 1, but something happened. I guess I don't know what it could be. Won's not too difficult here. Oh, I say that, I almost die. But anyway, that was Won. I'm about to kill him. The jump kick. Whoa. Where am I going? Am I? Why did it walk me? Oh, I'm jumping. Okay. After defeating Won, Monty, Carlos, and Hagar learned that the Mad Gear, blah 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 blah. Final fight for blah 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 blah. Oh yeah, France, 5 p.m. So there's the Eiffel Tower. Cool. This level's kind of cool, but it's once again, man. It's which one was Streets of? Did this rip Streets of Rage off? Because this feels like the Disneyland level in Streets of Rage 2. Like I said, I don't know the time frames here completely. That's crazy though. It drives me nuts that Streets of Rage could have gotten away with that because it was really blatant. That's like making a game that looks just like Pac-Man, but just calling it Eat Guy. or something like that, and Pac-Man's red instead of yellow, and the ghosts are different colors or whatever with different names. That's pretty much the same thing. Like, how do you get away with that? Sega. Sega was just like, hey, you know that Final Fight game? Kids love that. Kids that have Sega. Okay, my gear crapped out for a second. Okay, now I'm on pause. 3, 2, 1. Alright, back to playing. I'll tell you what though, man. I'm doing 20-minute videos here, and I always watch the clock. And when I was playing Final Fight 1, the clock went by really fast. And I just now looked at the clock, and I'm about 11 minutes, and I'm kind of confused of why this one just doesn't feel as exciting as Final Fight did. And I think it's, like I said, I think it's because I'm only fighting about 2 guys on the screen. And what I do is it's like Smash Brothers. I knock them off the screen and wait for them to come back. But every time I'm going to kill them, there's nothing really challenging me here. In Final Fight, I died over and over and over again. And on this one, I'm thriving. I could probably beat this game in one sitting, But that's the thing. Like I said, this game was a home game, so they weren't like, well, we need their quarters. They were like, well, they're getting our $50, or we're getting their $50. Let's try to, make something that makes them feel like a badass. I guess that's what they're thinking here. But yeah, it's definitely slower paced than Final Fight. And I don't know. I don't want to say boring because it's not like I'm not having a good time. And when it came out, I definitely was a fan of it. But the love that I used to have for this game is right now not, I'm not really feeling that. It's a cool game, and it's definitely if this would have been an arcade game first, I bet the arcade version would be amazing. And then you pretend that this is the port, and you're like, oh, no, that's fine. What's he rambling about? It really was a thing back in the day, You get a game you love in the arcade on a home system, and you immediately notice differences. And these systems weren't up to par, and so this kind of stuff is what we got. We got close, but no cigar, and you had to imagine the cigar. This is not hard at all, though. I'm in no way challenged. When other guys are fighting me, the other guys just stand off to the side like in movies. For the most part. Definitely a strange game. Maybe I'll try to fall off a cliff or something. I wish there were cliffs. But I'm serious, like I don't even feel like I've died. I know I've died like 2 or 3 times, but Elliot. Man, that knife throw is slow. So this game's kind of slow. That's what I'm getting out of it now. Where am I? I'm on the airport. Whoa, that guy's crazy. He's an electrician. Oh, no, you don't, electrician. Andore's back. So they brought some continuity in there. Oh, there we go. Carlos is going down. Hopefully I'll die before our 20 minutes is up so we can look at another character. I don't really want to restart it. Because then we'd have to go through those boring levels again. At least I'm chugging along. Now I think I'm under an airplane. Yeah, this game is definitely not what it used to be. I think the hype when this came out made it better. Because everybody was hyped. They were like, oh, Final Fight 2 is, it's a Super Nintendo exclusive, blah, blah, blah. And kids with Super Nintendos felt special for having it, and you know, all that stuff. There's a lot of mind games involved in video games, making you like things that you normally wouldn't check out. Oh, Final Fight 2 is a Super Nintendo exclusive? Oh, that's a big deal. You know? I've got a Super Nintendo. I can play that game and be the guy that's like, hey, I get that. Why do we like Final Fight? Well, Final Fight was, you know... Well, I'm obviously just chatting my brains out. I'm a little bit bored. It's a snorathon. This is so boring. They just keep, if you stay to the side, they back up, and you just keep them on the side, and you can't punch them. And I can obviously punch through a chain link fence, for God's sake, which is ridiculous. And Zangief's brother Atlas is standing there. Let's see if it's got food in it. Yay! Oh wait, I wanted to die. Shouldn't have eaten that food. Oh well, who cares? You know, Hager. He's probably not got a shirt on and wrestles people, and then yeah, this is pretty much what you get. It's Final Fight 2. Blah 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 blah. Who's this guy? Robert. That does not look like a dude. Wow. I wish there was something more interesting to show you guys. Oh, those guys are straight out of Street Fighter 2. I'm on Guile's base. Abwehr. Dude, seriously, I am on Guile's base. Ooh, it's Zangief again. This is Freddy. This is so the cousin of Street Fighter. They really played it up here. This is Street Fighter. This is the brother of Street Fighter. They could have called this like Street Fighter, the Final Fight, and people would have been like, hell yeah, you know. It's Final Fight 2, Street Fighter 2. I could see where they were going with that. Gosh, this Zangief guy. I'm literally like, it seems like I'm fighting Zangief and Guile's level. Is that Guile right there? Look, it's Guile. Look, there he is. Who else has hair like that? Nobody. That's Guile. And he's got his shirt tied around his waist. All these guys have their shirts tied around their waist. That's pretty funny. Weird. This is so... Come on, kill me, dude. Just kill me so I can continue. Do it. Oh, that's a Zangief move. Oh, man. This guy means Zangief business. I'm glad Guile's here to see this. That was so weird. Oh man, there's water. Oh. Okay, I'm gonna play as. Let's get Maki. Screw Hager. Let's see what this chick can do. Oh, let's see if she's got up the skirt. Well, no, it's not blatant. Like, oh, it could be in that. If you pause. Oh, see, got the up the skirt somewhere. Gotta have it. All right, so she's a breath of fresh air. I should have picked her in the first place. She feels faster. She's not as boring, but the enemies are still really slow paced. This is Albar. Oh look, that's a Chun-Li move right there. Oh man, this chick is straight up Chun-Li. Special moves, spinning bird kick. Well guys, that's Final Fight 2. It is definitely not as good as the first, but you could do way worse. I'd say Streets of Rage 3 is a better game than this. Streets of Rage 2 probably is a better game than this, but this ain't that bad. I'm having a good time with it. I don't think I own Final Fight 3, so we're gonna stop on the Streets of Rage Final Fight comparisons now and move on to something a little different. So I'll see you there. Bye.